toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will start this game off. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the...
There he goes! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end. Secondary that's so important to your defense. Man, does it get you excited, and other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the back. Makes the grab down the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Makes one man miss. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
The Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Wants to go up top. Trying to ball his way in. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Washington Huskies offense will go to work for the first time today. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, having met expectations, and this is the business we live in. College sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks...
Trying to burn this defensive back. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Hunt is on its way. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Brock. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third down play from the gun. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Saunders. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
You can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll go to the toss. Runs through a tackle. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw. Primary target like he was on that last one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm. And that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
Punt is in the air. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. A missed field goal ruined the last drive. Now a chance to get points here on this drive in the 1st quarter. Got it in the middle. It's Saunders. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. The give to the tailback. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
The run to the left. Turning it on. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Able to make his way past the sticks for the 1st down, and the time is going to drain out here in the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. handoff from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. He runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Reynolds.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for it.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Back to pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapted. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. A low line drive and short kick. He'll return it from around the 50. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Handoff from the gun. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Strong. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And this is the type of defense that have made the Huskies a factory for pro players.
Yeah, and Reese, when I think about Washington football, I think about defense, I think about right place, right time, great thought process, just physical, make you earn everything they get every single year.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman in 2nd and 3rd and 1 because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss. Because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
As a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running into the open space. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. That that purple wave, getting things going on the ground now.
It's such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game.
Oh, he's got some space. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Gets rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Otten. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout. Here by the defense, it's their first of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Try to get it to the edge. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for space. It's Brock. Tough run. Gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Brock. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The offense will quickly use a timeout. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now they're going to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And they trust their QB. Cute like they have the whole first. And he delivers. And they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Time to take a shot. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete to the left. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the...
He'll take a deep shot here. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Return takes it down to the 27-yard line. Is as deep... is hungry for turnovers.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. Finds his man. It's Brock. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This is a very well-rounded defensive line. They play this 4-3 scheme. They've got guys up front that keep their gap integrity against the run, but they can also win one-on-one against the pass. And you just saw the speed off the edge by that DN.
Oh, it's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no huddle.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And this QB is really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The running back has it. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Might as well give it to him again.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Wants to throw again. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on.
Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Never a doubt. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 10 over Marshall. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Phyllis?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Leaves it with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield, it's Brock. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Strong. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Rides the back and leaves it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking for room. It's Edwards. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. Another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. The throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Here comes the heat. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Understanding the situation of football. It's